keeping the airgun side of things alive and kicking, review wise anyway. This is the Kral Puncher NP-02. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD, and this is a very compact, cool little rifle. Now, believe it or not, it's actually what Kral have done is, I forget the name of the pistol, but it is basically a pistol turned into a rifle. That is why the cocking lever is on the left hand side. Now, originally, when I originally got this out of the box, when it was sent to me, kindly on loan from Range Right, by the way, I thought, oh, they've sent me a lefty. That's very nice, what with me being a left hooker. But no, it is because a pistol, basically you hold a pistol, you'd shoot it right-handed. Actually, believe it or not, I shoot pistol right-handed. But generally speaking, you shoot a pistol right-handed. That's why the charging handle, cocking lever even, is on the left-hand side. So, you know, you shoot and then you... But no, with the NP-02, they've basically turned a pistol into a rifle, and I'm pretty well impressed with this. Kral, Turkish gun, you know, very similar build wise to the Webley Mastiff that I've recently reviewed. I think they're made in the same factory because I think Kral owns Webley or something like that. I need to keep up to speed with all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this thing is really cool. PCP, pre-charged pneumatic rifle, as you can see. It's got a cylinder and a bottle, okay? But what I'll do is I'll read out some specs and then we'll take a closer look. So referring to my notes, you just bear with me. So basically the receiver is black, well, it says black glossy finish. It's not really that glossy, it's more of a matte finish, but it is anodized aluminium or glossy black, that's what they're saying in it. Air capacity 200 bar or 530 cc. Okay, overall weight is just under 3 kilos at 2.95 kilos. Barrel length 32 centimeters or 12.6 inches. Overall length is 76.5 centimeters or 30 inches. Length of pull, that's an interesting one. Quite a little bit longer than your average rifle. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but it is 16.1 inches or 41.3 centimeters. Generally speaking, rifles are a little bit shorter than that, length of pull wise. Magazine capacity, you get 12 shots in 2.2, 14 in 1.77. The wood is Turkish walnut, okay? Shot count, you're going to get, which I think is pretty good, 2.2 version, you're going to get around 200 shots out of this, okay? That's not bad. 177, he's going to drop down to about 170 shots, something like that. Let's start with the magazines then. Cassette style magazines, as you can see. Yeah, I know, I was never that keen on these to start with, you know, years ago when I sort of first reviewed an FX that took these type of magazines, I was like, oh, you need a degree to figure out how to load them. But now I've kind of got used to them now, so yeah, not bad. The magazine, you know, can't really argue. Same as the Webley Mastiffs, these are, you know, you may recognise them. Yeah, really cool. You're supplied with two. So yeah, once you get the hang of loading them, they're pretty cool. The only thing I would say about them, and that's what I mentioned in the Mastiff review, is when they're full, they're a little bit rattly. Okay. So bear that in mind, hunters. So that's the magazine. So let's take a closer look. And this, by the way, is wearing a Konus, I think that's how you say it, Konus Pro T30. It's a 3 to 12 times 44 scope. Not a bad scope actually. Really quite nice. But anyway, let's talk about the rifle. So we'll take it from the top now. The stock, if you call it the stock, it's the barrel. The barrel. I'm at the wrong end. Rack, you're at the wrong end. The stock is basically the bottle with like this cover that goes over the bottle. Okay, if that makes sense. You've got like a butt pad here, pretty plain, no sort of texturing on it. Medium to soft rubber, so none of that sort of real rock hard rubber that I hate. It is adjustable by the looks of it. That looks very much like Webley Mastiff to me, so it looks like you can adjust that by pressing that and adjusting the height of it, so to speak. So that's pretty cool at the push of a button. Obviously, there's no sort of cheek piece adjustment because it is a bottle, so that you cannot fit any adjustment there. Moving on to the actual stock, the wood, really nice. Turkish walnut. Pistol grip is it's ambidextrous. If we can get it on camera properly, ambidextrous. Nice chunk of wood, pretty much. You've got some nice stippling. Is that like laser cut stippling? Is it? Bit of like a palm swell. It's really nice. It's quite sort of, I mean, I've got sort of average to large hands. Comfortable. It fits really well, really well. And then you've got like this stippling sort of panels along the sort of the side of it, the fore end, so to speak. Nice, chunky stock there, no weak points. I always like to look for weak points around the cylinder. Nice and thick there, no scarily thin bits of wood, you know, that would make you worry. The barrel, not free floating because there's this sort of band here that's sort of holding it onto the air reservoir there. This one has got a can on it. It's not supplied with a can, but it does need one because with it being quite a short barrel, you do get a bit of a crack with it. Okay, so bear that in mind if you're going to get one. Get a can for it. There is your manometer while we're at this end. Still got quite a bit of juice left in that, you know, and I ran quite a few shots through this sort of, you know, giving it a bit of a run. And by the way, while we're this end as well, you've got your filler on the wrong side. Look, there's your filler port there. So it's protected by this dust cover. That's nice. The underside of, I'm sort of bouncing from one end to the other here. The underside of the foregrip is nice and wide, nice and chunky, so it really does feel good. I mean, people would say, is that a long length of pull? For me, it's not. It feels quite good. This thing feels really sort of pointable. You know, it fits me well, you know, and I've not got short arms, so I think it would fit most shooters. On the other side, you've got Kral's logo there, which is cool. Again, looks like it's been laser cut. And then you've got the charging handle here, or the cocking lever. I keep calling it charging handle. Guys, I'm forever doing like firearms, I'm doing air guns, I'm doing this, that and the other. You know, it's I have to concentrate on what I'm actually reviewing. You sort of, that's the trouble with this industry. You sort of, you use the jargon of one type of discipline or one type of piece of equipment, you know, be it firearm, shotgun, air gun, I don't know, you tend to sort of use the same bit of jargon on each, you know what I'm saying, guys. Going off on a tangent there. So yeah, there's the cocking handle. Should we call it a charging handle? No, let's call it a cocking handle. It's an air gun, we'll call it a cocking handle. Yeah, pretty smooth, pretty smooth. No sort of clunkiness. Not a great deal of side wobble there. Closer look at your linkages. Pretty chunky, you know, not too bad at all. Not a non-automatic safety or a manual safety catch, which is something I like. It's not loud either, although I did find it's a little bit fiddly to get at. See this lot? It has got a bit of sort of grip on it, but when you've got the safety on, you've kind of got to get your nail in there. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit, oh sorry guys, I'm off camera. It's kind of hard to explain. I think it needs to protrude a little bit more. You can get it when you get your finger on the top, but I mean, look, I am actually trying to do that. Okay, we got it. I think that just needs to be a little bit bigger or sticking out a little bit more. You know, if you was wearing gloves, that could be a bit of a pain. I don't know. Where did we get to? Again, I'm still sort of, I'm bouncing from one place to the other here. Back to the actual woodwork. The pistol grip, the trigger guard is timber, wood. I'm in the building trade, guys, so I'm calling it timber. God, it's been a long day, it really has. As you can see, it is all wood, so that is nice. I do think, I mean, this is a test gun. It has got a few nicks and knocks on it, but I don't know, I kind of like the finish on it. It's almost like a matte, not too shiny sort of finish. I don't know, it's more of like an oiled finish rather than a glossed out bit of wood. Do you know what I mean? It's I kind of like it. It's something you only really see on, well, in recent times as far as my reviewing goes. This sort of finish, like I say, it's more of an oiled finish than like a glossy stroke varnished finish, if you call it varnished. God, I'm probably offending stock makers out there. I don't know, I kind of like it, but it does seem a little bit, I don't know what's the word, as though moisture could sort of penetrate it. I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm no expert on sort of wood engineering, so to speak, but I don't know, I do like it. I think it looks really nice. It just feels, I don't know, it feels prone to the elements a little bit. It's like it's not been, this is not as bad as the Mastiff, the Webley Mastiff. I found that thing was, the stock on that was it just felt like it come straight out the factory. It just needed finishing off. It just felt like it had just been sanded, you know. But no, all in all, I think the stock, if you call it a stock, the woodwork, it's more of just a pistol grip and short forend, is really nice. It's really sort of ergonomic, you know. I don't have a problem with it at all. Now that we've got the woodwork out the finish, let's talk about the trigger. Now, of course, this isn't a bullpup, but I still have nightmares about the Kral puncher bullpup or semi-bullpup, about the trigger on that. It was not good at all. This one is really nice, although a little heavy, but it's, you know, it's a fairly new gun. Can it be adjusted? I think it can. Yeah, I think it can. Or can it? Maybe you have to set the stock off. I'll throw details in the video at the bottom of the video about that. I found it a little bit heavy. Let's give it a pull. We are cocked. Let's take this fairly awkward safety catch off. Let's give it a pull, see what it's doing. I thought it was a little heavy, but I got used to it and it weren't bad. It is 2-stage. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, not too bad. I probably pulled that a little bit hard anyway. So I think what we'll say is we'll say £5 on that. That's not bad. It just, I don't know, I think it just felt heavier than what it was when I was sort of testing this this NP-02. But no, really not bad at all. I would sort of basically, oh, by the way, I didn't mention, hey, you've got like a rail there. It's Picatinny style rail, so like Picatinny mount. It's one of these multi mounts where you can sort of throw them on a weaver or a Picatinny mount. Sort of anything will go on there. I'm a big fan of them on air guns at the minute. That is really cool, because if like me, when you're swapping scopes from one gun to another and you mess about changing mounts, doesn't necessarily matter what mounts you've got on a scope that you want to use, it'll fit on here. Okay, so that is cool. That is a cool feature. That, by the way, is a power adjuster. To be fair, I didn't really mess about with that, and it looks like I was running on full power pretty much. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the light. Where are we? There we go. So I was probably just under full power. This will push out around 11.5 foot-pounds. The UK version will. Not bad. That brings us on to accuracy. Now, I fired quite a few pellets through this, lots of different flavours on my standard test range of 30 yards. Okay, people always sort of like argue in the comments, oh, what are you testing an air rifle for at 30 yards? You know, it should be 40 yards, 45 yards, whatever. I test them at 30 yards, that's it. Okay, so H&N. Now, bear in mind, we're looking at the groups here. I did zero this thing with, well, I'll show you this one first. I zeroed it with Acupel FTs, field target Acupels. And that's my results. 30 yards. My shooting. Yeah, you guys will do way better than me. I'm happy with that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. This shot off of rest, obviously, as you can see in the footage. And then obviously not re-zeroing with every pellet. We're just going on groups, so I'm aiming at the same spot. So slightly heavier pellets, you know, we'll get a bit of a drop. Obviously, H&N field target trophy. So not bad. Remember, we're looking at the groups. Heavy pellets, Bisley Magnums. Okay. They didn't really drop that much, to be fair. Didn't really cut through the target very well either. I think that was a bad flyer there. Don't know what happened there. Again, not bad. It's down to your sort of flavour of pellets. And what were they? Oh, Rangemaster Sovereigns. Yeah, they were a bit. Don't know. That is actually a three-hole group, believe it or not. Got a flyer there. Don't know what's going on there. Bit of a flyer, but not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, I'm going from my sort of original sort of target, and that's pretty much what they recommend is the Acupel FTs. I think that's what they pretty much test these rifles on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's so. Accuracy, not bad at all. Bear in mind though, it is me shooting this rifle. Okay, you guys will stack them, no doubt. Guys in the comments will be like, oh, I can stack them, stack pellets. So yeah, so that basically leads us on to we've just about covered everything really. Conclusion wise with this this rifle, I think I would have this, and I think I'd basically use this as a farmyard gun. Perfect farmyard stroke pest control gun. Big shot count, you know, especially in 2.2, you know, 200 shots. It's compact. It's pointable. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. You can get it in like a aluminium sort of coloration as well, which looks pretty cool. Like a mariner type finish, I guess you'd call that. But yeah, definitely a pest control gun, farmyard gun for around barns. Ratter, what an excellent ratter this thing could be. Really good, really good. So yeah, a real nice rifle. Didn't show you how to load it. You know how I roll by now, guys. You know, I just roll with it on these videos. So let's cock it back. I'll show you how you actually load it. This got me. This is a little bit confusing for me, and it don't take much, guys. Cocking the lever back, I was like, oh, okay, so I load the magazine in, and I was like, oh, it's not going in. That's because it goes in from this side. It just threw me out because the cocking lever was on that side. I thought I'd load the mag from that side, but I was wrong. Not much clearance there, look, between the like a nuts. I mean, what's it? In fact, it's probably actually touching the scope by the looks of it. The magazine is, but no problems. That wouldn't have affected accuracy, I don't think. Good thing I like about these cassette style magazines is when you find your last shot, you can't sort of close the cocking lever back and just fire fresh air through it. You know, it don't allow you to do that. So that is a good thing about these magazines. It saves you sort of wasting you know, air on a non-existent shot, so to speak. Let's just dry fire that. Okay. So yeah, I would show you the manual, but I do not know what I've done with it. It's gone. I'm not even sure if they sent me one with it. I can't find it in the box, but I assume the manual will be pretty good, pretty Kral-like. But no, a real good little rifle. Have I got any gripes with it? Probably, yeah. As mentioned, the safety. I just think the safety is a bit awkward to get at. Get my nail in there. I think that's just a little bit awkward. It needs to protrude more so you can actually get on it, basically. Especially if you know, these sort of months, winter months, you know, you might have gloves on. You may need to get at the safety. So that's probably my only gripe. Accuracy wise is really good. Nothing wrong with the weight, the feel of it. It's all good. I'm glad they put this cover on the bottle. Didn't sort of really skimp there, because you don't want to be putting your face on a cold bottle, do you? So yeah, really cool. Nice combination with this Conus scope as well. Just a real nice little gun. As I said, ideal farmyard gun. Ideal. Anyway, guys, that is it. Oh, it is supplied with a box as well. One of those hard cases, pretty much the same as the Mastiff, Webley Mastiff boxes. They're okay. They're not the best. Do you want to see it? Oh, alright, I'll go fetch it. Bear with me. As if by magic, the box appears. Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, yeah. They're not bad. What do you get in the box? You do get an instruction manual, but I don't know where it is. You get, yeah, filling up bits and pieces. And you get a trigger lock. Okay, I got loads of these things. I actually have one in my gym bag for the locker when I go to the gym. Really cool. But no, lock your guns up, guys. Ignore rack and load, lock your guns up. So that is the box. Not bad, they're not great. These things pop off and get a bit annoying, but apart from that, it's good that it comes in the box. But why should I moan when this rifle is well under 400 quid. What? Yep. A PCP multi-shot rifle like this, I think they're retailing around 360, 370 mark. I don't like saying prices because prices go out of date, but they are under £400 here in the UK. So what is not to like about this? You know, if you was getting something like this, say like an FX for example, double that, easily double that. So good value for money. A great little hunting pest control gun. Well done, Kral. I like it. Anyway guys, that is it. That is Rack and Load. Thanks for watching. See ya.